Most people assume that a watch is only as accurate as the person who sets it. You pull the crown, spin the hands, match it to your phone or the wall clock, and that is the end of it. But what if there was a watch that did not require you to do any of that? A watch that knew the correct time all the time, no matter where you were in the world. And what if that technology was not part of a modern smartwatch, but hidden inside a traditional-looking wristwatch that combined elegance, toughness, and mind-blowing precision? That is exactly what Seiko achieved with one of its most underrated but groundbreaking creations, the Seiko Astron GPS Solar. This is not just a beautiful timepiece, it is a marvel of engineering. It represents everything Seiko stands for: innovation, craftsmanship, independence, and pushing the boundaries of what a wristwatch can be. While many brands chase trends or heritage designs, Seiko quietly launched a technological revolution that most people still do not fully understand. Let us start with what makes this watch so unique. The Seiko Astron GPS Solar is the first watch in the world to connect to GPS satellites and adjust the time and time zone automatically, without the need for any external device or manual input. It literally sets itself. Wherever you are on Earth, the watch detects your location using GPS signals and syncs to atomic time accuracy, correcting not just the minutes and seconds, but also your time zone, including daylight saving adjustments. That means if you fly from New York to London or from Tokyo to Sydney, you do not have to lift a finger. Your watch knows where you are and what time it is. It does not ask, it tells. This technology is not as simple as it sounds. Consider what has to happen. The watch must receive signals from multiple satellites orbiting thousands of miles above the Earth. It needs to triangulate your position, determine your time zone, confirm whether daylight saving applies, and then adjust the time accurately, instantly, and reliably. And all of this is powered by sunlight. No battery changes, no Bluetooth, no Wi-Fi, just solar power and raw satellite data. That is what makes the Astron so powerful. It is not dependent on any external infrastructure. It is a truly autonomous system. You might ask, why not just wear a smartwatch? After all, your phone also knows where you are and what time it is. But the beauty of the Seiko Astron is that it does all this without sacrificing its identity as a traditional watch. It has hands. It has a case. It feels like a watch, looks like a watch, and wears like a watch. But it performs like a satellite-guided computer. And because it uses GPS instead of cellular or Wi-Fi signals, it works anywhere on the planet, even in remote deserts, deep forests, or in the middle of the ocean. You could be standing at the edge of Antarctica or hiking across Mongolia, and your Seiko Astron would still tell the exact time. This level of precision is not just impressive, it is reassuring. In a world where most devices depend on internet connectivity or fragile networks, the Astron is a reminder that technology can be both smart and self-sufficient. There is something deeply satisfying about knowing that your watch does not need an app, a charger, or a software update. It simply works, every day, anywhere. Now, let us talk about the craftsmanship. Seiko did not just create a technological masterpiece. It built it with the same obsessive attention to detail that it brings to its mechanical masterpieces. The Astron series comes in a variety of models, but most feature a combination of titanium or stainless steel cases, scratch-resistant ceramic bezels, and sapphire crystals with super clear coating. The finishing is precise, the indices are beautifully applied, and the hands are perfectly proportioned. Despite the advanced internals, the design language is clean and purposeful. There are no gimmicks here, just pure, refined Seiko DNA. One of the most underrated elements is the case design. GPS technology requires an unobstructed view of the sky to function correctly, which could have led to bulky or unattractive antenna placement. But Seiko managed to integrate the antenna ring into the ceramic bezel itself, allowing for full satellite reception without ruining the watch's aesthetics. That is design brilliance hiding in plain sight. Most people would never guess that the bezel is not just decorative, but functional, a key part of the GPS reception system. Another major strength of the Seiko Astron GPS Solar is its power reserve. Because it runs on solar energy, it can operate indefinitely as long as it gets some light. On a full charge, it can last up to 6 months, even in complete darkness. With daily exposure to light, it simply never stops, and unlike older solar watches, the Astron is incredibly efficient. A few minutes of light a day is enough to keep it running smoothly. This makes it a perfect companion for travelers, outdoor enthusiasts, and anyone who values a set-it-and-forget-it timepiece. Let us also take a moment to appreciate what this watch means for horology. In a field where tradition often dominates and innovation is sometimes resisted, the Astron represents a bold leap forward. Seiko is not just copying what others do. It is inventing solutions that the Swiss watch industry has barely attempted. When Seiko launched the first quartz watch in 1969, the original Astron, it changed timekeeping forever. With the modern Astron GPS Solar, it is doing it again, proving that digital precision and mechanical beauty can live together in one extraordinary package. Now here is where things get really interesting. The Astron is not just a single watch. It is a family of watches that includes various models with different complications. Some feature chronographs, others add dual-time displays or world timers. There are even models with perpetual calendars that are accurate until the year 2100. Yet, despite all this complexity, the user experience remains effortless. Everything is controlled through simple button presses. You do not need to sync anything. You do not need a manual. It just works. There is also a philosophical element to the Astron. In a way, it reflects a deeper shift in how we think about time and control. Traditional watches require human input. They must be wound, adjusted, or corrected. The Astron, by contrast, removes the human error. It aligns itself with something greater: atomic time, satellite precision, and the movement of the Earth itself. There is a beauty in that surrender. It is not you telling time, it is the universe telling you. Despite all of this, the Astron remains relatively underrated. It does not receive the same hype as limited edition Swiss divers or flashy celebrity-endorsed chronographs, and maybe that is part of its charm. It is a quiet revolution, a triumph of engineering that does not need to shout. For those who understand what it represents, the Astron is not just a watch, it is a celebration of independence, intelligence, and excellence. Seiko's decision to continue developing this technology in-house also matters. While many brands rely on third-party movements and outsourced electronics, Seiko builds everything itself. From the GPS circuitry to the solar panels to the case polishing, every element is crafted within the Seiko ecosystem. That vertical integration is rare and valuable. It allows for tighter quality control, more innovation, and a level of integrity that few competitors can match. One of the most impressive things about the Astron GPS Solar is how it manages to blend into daily life. It does not look like a tech gadget. It is not trying to replace your phone. It is not asking for your attention. It simply sits on your wrist, telling perfect time, day after day, silently doing something extraordinary. And once you wear it for a while, you begin to realize how liberating it is to not worry about your watch ever again. You will never need to set it, charge it, or explain it. It just knows. And if you think that is futuristic, consider what Seiko is working on next. The brand is constantly refining the Astron line, reducing the size, improving the antenna reception, enhancing the energy efficiency, and introducing new materials. The next generation of GPS watches might be even thinner, tougher, and more beautiful. But the core idea remains unchanged: a watch that sets itself, runs forever, and never lets you down. A testament to Seiko's vision and philosophy. What truly elevates the Seiko Astron GPS Solar beyond its technical brilliance is what it represents about Seiko as a company. This watch is not just a product, it is a reflection of Seiko's long-standing mission to be always one step ahead of the rest. When other brands compete over luxury status or celebrity partnerships, Seiko quietly focuses on solving real problems with elegant solutions. The Astron shows that Seiko does not follow trends, it creates them. This is the same company that introduced the world's first quartz wristwatch, the first kinetic movement, and now the first GPS solar watch. Every advancement is aimed at making timekeeping more precise, more practical, and more accessible to people who value independence. That commitment to progress, paired with integrity and craftsmanship, is what sets Seiko apart. The Astron GPS Solar is not only one of Seiko's most impressive watches, it is a landmark in horological innovation, standing tall as proof that Seiko's vision is as clear and forward-thinking as ever. So who is this watch for? It is for the traveler who crosses time zones without thinking. It is for the professional who demands accuracy without hassle. It is for the enthusiast who appreciates craftsmanship and innovation. And yes, it is for the watch lover who wants something different, something that does not follow the crowd. The Seiko Astron GPS Solar is not for everyone, and that is exactly what makes it special. In a world filled with distractions, updates, and alerts, the Astron is peaceful. It does one thing, and it does it perfectly. It tells the time, accurately, automatically, and beautifully. No noise, no drama, just precision. If you have never experienced an Astron in person, you owe it to yourself to try one. It may look like an ordinary watch, but the first time it sets itself, while you travel across a continent, you will feel something. It will click, not just on your wrist, but in your mind. You will realize that this is not just a cool feature. It is freedom, and that is what a great watch should be. Not just an accessory, but a companion, a tool, a promise that someone, somewhere, cared enough to make something truly remarkable. If that fascinated you, then wait until you see what is coming next. In the next video, we will dive into the most impressive watches I have seen all year, a showcase of pure brilliance, creativity, and design from all corners of the watch world. From micro brands to heavy hitters, you will not believe what 2025 has delivered. Make sure to catch it next.